What's up guys, this is Massey. Welcome to another video. In this video I want to talk about leading coefficient of polynomial functions in factored form. I'm going to give you some examples and we try to find out the leading coefficient of this polynomial. First example is 2 times x minus 1 times x plus 2. So in this case the leading coefficient is 2 times 1 times 1 is going to be 2. Next one, f of x equals to negative x plus 3 times x minus 6. So the leading coefficient in here is negative 1 times positive 1 times positive 1 is going to be negative 1. Next one is x plus 2 times x plus 3 times x minus 5. So the leading coefficient is 1 times 1 times 1 is going to be positive 1. Next one is negative 2 times x minus 2 times 2x minus 1 times x plus 3. So the leading coefficient is negative 2 times positive 1 times 2 times 1. It is going to be negative 4. Next example, f of x equals to negative 3x minus 1, 3x plus 2. So the leading coefficient is negative 1 times 3, which is going to be negative 9. Next example, f of x equals to negative 2x minus 1 to the power of 2 times x plus 3. So the leading coefficient is negative 1 times 2 to the power of 2 times 1, which is going to be negative 4. Next one, 2 times x plus 3, 2x minus 1 to the power of 3. This example, leading coefficient is 2 times 1 times 2 to the power of 3, that's going to be 16. Next example, negative 3 times 2x plus 1 times 3x minus 1. The leading coefficient is negative 3 times 2 times 3 to the power of 2. So that's going to be negative 3 times 2 times 9, which is going to be negative 54. That's the leading coefficient. Next one, f of x equals to 2 times x minus 1 times 3 minus 2x. The leading coefficient here is 2 times 1 times negative 2. We need to check the coefficient of the variable. So 2 times x times negative 2. So it's going to be negative 4. Next one is negative 3 times 1 minus x to the power of 2. This case, leading coefficient is negative 3 times negative 1 to the power of 2, which is going to be negative 3. Next one, f of x equals to negative 5, 1 minus x to the power of 3. So the leading coefficient is negative 5 times negative 1 to the power of 3. Negative 1 to the power of 3 is going to be negative 1. Negative 1 times negative 5 is going to be positive 5. Next example is going to be 3x times 2x squared plus 5x minus 6. So in this example, we have leading coefficient to be 3 times 2, which is going to be equal to 6. The leading coefficient is going to be 6 because the coefficient here is 3 and the coefficient here is 2. So we don't care about the others. We need to consider the coefficient of the largest exponent. So 3 times 2 is going to be 6. So that's how we find out the leading coefficient of factor forming for polynomial functions. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me a comment if you have any question, and please don't forget to subscribe this channel. You can find out lots of videos regarding math, chemistry, and physics. Thank you for watching and have a good day.